got to hear. Drink a good deal of it, make a good meal of it, stick to your old-fashioned beer. Now don't be afraid of it, drink till you're made of it. Now all together a cheer.
Well, it's a good Friday evening, close to Friday midnight, Saturday morning, and this is Mark McDermott here, your one-take beer reviewer, the guy at beeronaut.com, and it's been another busy yet strange week out there. Cannot deny civil unrest for very justifiable reasons out there, but it's just not something I'm dealing with right here, right now. We have had people out to finally replace some very, very, very old shingles on our roof and parts of the roof, so we'll hopefully be a much snugger and more snug and tidier home, at least as far as allergens are concerned and so forth. But anyway, hit the Binny's in Bolingbrook, Illinois, and found something I'd been looking for, and that is, yes, the Toppling Goliath King Sue Double IPA from Decorah, Iowa. If you don't know the story of the King Sue, you probably have heard of Toppling Goliath for their dark Imperial stouts like Morning Delight and so forth. They also have a huge double India Pale Ale. This is an 8.5% alcohol by volume, 100 IBUs of all Citra hops, and they named it after Sue, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, who is on display at the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago. And of course, lawyers got called in, and they decided instead of trying to sue each other, why not just carry the beer at the museum, which they do. And sometimes it appears in cans, bottles, whatever you like. And I just happened to find a 4-pack of this, so I finally get to pop one open. It is from Toppling Goliath of Decorah, Iowa. They have a lot of flagship beers that are brewed at like a brew hub in Florida and then shipped back, but I'm pretty sure this one is still made on site since it's kind of a rarity that they want to keep to themselves. So let's pop this and do, yes, this is an, I guess it's an IPA glass since it has the old Goose Island IPA logo on it. Tulip shape to help deal with the foam, help deal with the nose. And what we're seeing, it's supposedly a hazy IPA as well, and it's kind of dripping down the side here. It is pretty nice and hazy, rather thick yellow color here, and a halfway decent head. I usually get a really big head when I pour, because I guess I'm sloppy about it, and it goes all the way up to the top of the glass. But this came out very nice. Has a very distinct fruity citrus nose to it. Just a little bit of pine bitterness and what I usually called cat box that I first associated with Amarillo hops, but I guess this is more of your pure Citra as well. And this is just bursting, not so much with citrus, but yes, Citra hop flavor. So there's a little bit of fruit to it, a little bit of pine, a little bit of resin, and a whole lot of bitterness, but not the tongue-scorching kind. It does kind of put a rash down at the back side of my throat here. But malts are pretty big. I do not detect a lot of alcohol with it, so it will probably kind of sneak up on you, as these things have a way of doing. Give it another pour. Yeah, the head pretty well behaves on something like this. And let's check the date on this if I can. Packaged April 30th, 2020, and it is now June 5th, 2020, so not too, it should still be very fresh. But because there's not a lot of malt to dominate this, it's probably not going to stay preserved very well. So you definitely want to get some of these drink them fresh, have them outside. It is kind of a burner if you're not big on strong hop notes, but I think it will sit well nicely if you're out on the patio, which we will be soon. Once they had to come back to just finish up the last of the roofing job, clean up all the nails and so forth, so we can be back on the patio, and that's where we shall be. And so is this worth the wait? Well, you really have to be big on big India Pale Ales. I'm kind of looking forward to the malty backbone of this to try to balance out the hops, but I know we're not going to get that. But it's a very good beer, and certainly one you want to try for yourself, and I highly recommend you do that. So this does turn up at times. It is usually on tap at the Field Museum, but I think you can imagine you'll get a can of this for about half as much as you would pay for a bottle or a glass at the Field Museum. So once again, this is the King Sue from Toppling Goliath Brews of Decorah, Iowa, my home state. Have to visit that place someday. And this is Mark McDermott, your one-take beer reviewer. I'm the guy at beeronaut.com, hoping for a happy and safe and healthy summer.